Those that are going to go on 1 hour to eat, folks, while we change the horses.
Oh, let me help you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. McKay.
All right, Clint, turn them around.
Get up, Rowdy! Keep up!
Mr. McKay? Yes?
Ooh.
I'm Steve Leech, foreman at Ladder Ranch.
How do you do?
I brought Pet's buckboarding team for you. She's waiting at a friend's house just around the corner.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. You know, I was beginning to think I was in the wrong town.
This your gear?
That's right.
I don't know as I'd wear that hat too long around here, Mr. McKay.
Oh? Why not?
One of these wild cowboys might take it into his head to shoot it off you.
Thank you, Mr. Leech.
How'd you do, Mr. Leech? Boys, don't you know enough to tip your hats when the foreman of ladder goes by? Come on, let's get out of here.
Pat! Oh, Pat!
Oh, darling, I can't believe you're really here. You don't know how long it's been.
Don't I, though?
Oh, if I'd known how much I was going to miss you, I'd have made you marry me in Baltimore.
I haven't changed your mind.
Oh, do I act as if I had? Although you must have wondered when I wasn't at the hotel to meet you. I declare I wasn't gone more than a minute. Oh, we're going to be a public scandal. Oh, my hair's still not the way I planned it. And I know that my nose is red from waiting in the sun without a hat on. Oh, I'm so glad to see you I could cry. Thanks for bringing him to me, Steve.
You're welcome. Anything else I can do for you?
No, if you're through in town, why don't you go on back to Ladder?
Don't you want me to ride back with you?
Oh, heavens, no. We'll take our time. We'd only hold you up.
The reason I mention it is that the Hannassey boys are in town. They've been drinking.
We'll be all right, Steve.
Just as you say, Miss Terrill.
Thank you, Mr. Leech. Well, who lives here?
Shh. My friend, Julie Merrigan. She's a local school teacher. Am I still your girl?
You better be.
All right, Julie. You can come out now. I finished kissing him for a minute or two. Julie? She's gone.
You know, I think I'm going to like Julie.
Don't mind me, I'm just passing through.
Oh, Julie, you idiot. Come on back here. This is Jim.
Well, I certainly hope so. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Julie.
Well, what do you think of him?
Well, you don't look like a sailor.
Oh,
You don't look like a schoolmarm either.
I didn't say he was a sailor. I said he was a ship's captain. Well, his family owns a whole shipping line. But honestly, darling, you do look funny out here in those clothes.
That's what Mr. Leech said when he saw me in that hat.
Hey!
We should have stayed in town. Got some girls and more liquor.
Maybe we got us something better. There's Pat Terrill and her Eastern Dew. Let's give him a welcome. Cracker, get up out of there. Oh.
The Hennessy bunch. Local trash. Keep on driving, Jim.
Looks like they want to talk.
Well, don't stop. Go right on through them.
Let's go after them. Howdy, Miss Terrill. That wasn't very social back there. Well, what do you know? We got a gentleman with us. Don't it make you boys feel kind of dirty to look at such a handsome gentleman all dressed up in a fancy suit? Miss Terrill, ain't you going to introduce me to your intended?
I wouldn't introduce you to a dog.
The name is McKay.
Polite, too. Neat, clean, and polite. But I sure do like your hat.
All right, that's enough.
Cut her out there, Ray.
Look what I got.
Hey, Buck, I got me a young one.
Stop it, let me out of here. Yeah! Don't you lay a hand on him, Buck Hannassey.
Give me that hat.
Buck Hannassey. Yeah! Don't you touch him! Don't you touch him! Don't let me out of here!
All right, turn him loose. much of a man. You better send him back where he come from.
Jim, are you hurt, darling? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm all in one piece, I guess.
So humiliated having this happen to you first day here.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. Greenhorns always have to get knocked around a little.
Why did you take the rifle away from me?
Hey, I didn't even know that you had a
Why
rifle.
did you take it?
Why? Well, I didn't think that you really wanted to shoot anybody.
The Hennessys? I just as soon shoot them as look at them.
Oh. You don't mean that. They were just showing off. I didn't want to let it get serious.
Jim, you didn't think that was serious?
Not really, no.
Well, aren't you even angry?
Oh.
Wish you hadn't taken my rifle.
Well, it's all over now. We're both all right. Hey. Not very good shots, are they? Or maybe this is a better hat than I thought. Glad we're getting there.
Oh, yeah, we'll be there before dark.
Hey, where you going?
Well, I'm in a mood to go courting.
School, Marm?
How your lessons coming? You gonna get promoted?
Oh!
Surprised you, didn't I? You should have seen yourself. You jumped like a shot deer.
Knock before you come in.
I knocked. You didn't hear me.
Well, don't come in until I hear you. What do you want?
I just dropped by to see how you was. You ought to keep your door locked.
Why?
Why, ma'am, a pretty woman living alone? That's kind of a temptation in a land of men. That's soup, ain't it? It's kind of thin. Don't stick to your ribs like beef and beans. But it ain't bad. You're a good cook for a schoolmarm.
Thank you.
You know, Julie, I can just picture us together out in the big muddy, the lamp lit, you cooking, me eating. Happy as two little dogies at a waterhole.
I'm enchanted.
That's another thing I like about you, teacher. All them words you know. And the way you sashay down the street, smiling when we meet, passing a word or two. You've been leading me on, teacher.
You're crazy. I've been pleasant to you, that's all.
You ain't fooling old Buck. And by the way, I just stopped to pass the time of day with your high and mighty friend, Pat Terrill, and her intended. He sure is a dude. That the kind of a man you want? With a bow tie, a fancy hat, and no nerve to hold a gun?
That's enough out of you, Buck Hannassey. I think you'd better leave.
You know something, Julie? If we was to join your big muddy with our place, the Terrills would dry up like Jimson.
Will you get out of here?
I talked it over with Pa. He likes the idea. So do I.
Let go of me.
You're scared, ain't you? I like a woman that's scared of me. And if a woman was to tell the truth, she likes a man who scares her a little.
You must be drunk.
All right, teacher. Remember, the Terrills ain't no friends of ours.
I'll choose my own friends.
No, that won't do. You gotta be on one side or the other. You can't have it both ways. School's over for today, teacher. But I'll be back.
Morning.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Good morning.
Morning.
Buenos dias, senor.
Buenos días. Yo me llamo Ramón Gutiérrez para servir a usted.
How do you do? My name is McKay.
Mucho gusto. Pero ya lo sabía. Muchachas, el señor McKay, el que se va a casar con la patrona, la señorita Patricia.
Buenos dias.
Buenos días.
Tell me, how many head of cattle you have here?
10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, por donde quiera. Además, no me importa. You speak Spanish?
No, I understand you, though, perfectly.
Ay, qué bueno.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Leech.
Well, you care to go riding this morning?
Yes, I'd like to very much.
Ramon, saddle up a good horse for Mr. McKay.
Yes, sir.
How well you ride?
Oh, I've ridden some in the East. Different saddle, though.
You can sit one saddle, you can sit them all. Ramon, put him up on Old Thunder. Right over here. Anytime you're ready. Nice day, isn't it? Well?
Some of the time, Leech.
Whoa. We got a chuck wagon horse down at the big barn. Morning, Jim.
Morning, Major. Morning, Major.
The boys always try to put a stranger on Old Thunder. Sort of a standing joke.
I see. What time you want to get started, Major?
Anytime. Just let me know when you're ready. Have some breakfast with me, Jim.
Thank you.
My daughter's not an early riser, as you'll soon discover. Don't let anything Steve Leech said bother you.
Oh, he doesn't bother me. I seem to bother him.
Steve's a little rough, but he's a fine boy. Turned up here as a tow-headed youngster with nothing but the clothes he stood in and the horse he rode. A saddle tramp at 14. Now, I doubt there's a finer foreman in this entire country. I raised him, made a man of him.
I see.
Jim, I'm glad to have this chance to talk to you alone. I know Patricia's impulsiveness. Frankly, I feared an elopement back there in Baltimore. I think I owe it to you that I'm to have the pleasure of seeing her married in this house.
I owe it to you that I'll have the pleasure and privilege of marrying a very exceptional girl. I thought we ought to do this thing properly.
We'll do our best to oblige. What are your plans for the future?
A little vague at the moment.
If it's romance you're after, you certainly can find it here. No prettier sight in the world than 10,000 head of cattle. Unless it's 50,000. And we can have that many one day, too. This country's as big as the sea, Jim, and offers a man the same challenge.
I can see that. Oh, Major. Pat tells me that you're something of an authority on weapons. thought you might like to have these.
Dueling pistols. Now, this is mighty kind of you, Jim. Just about the finest I ever saw. Wonderful. Wonderful balance. Made by John Knock of London. None better. They've been used.
Yes, they belong to my father.
Oh. Jim, I know how proud you are of his memory.
We loved him, Major. We were just as proud of him when he was alive.
Man's honor and his good name are his finest possessions.
I agree, but his good name needed no defense, and his honor was beyond question. You know, no one remembers exactly what that last duel was about.
Here in the West, Jim, a man is still expected to defend himself. If he allows people to think he won't, he's in trouble. Bad trouble.
You're speaking about what happened yesterday.
I'm not implying any criticism, Jim. But your gentlemanly forbearance is misplaced when you're dealing with the Hannasseys.
Well, I can't say that I enjoyed it, but I've gone through rougher hazing in college and at sea. I was keel-hauled the first time I crossed the equator.
Well, perhaps you did the right thing, Pat being there.
I don't know that I would have acted differently if she hadn't been. They weren't dangerous, just drunk. I've run into Hannasseys in ports all over the world.
That's where you're wrong, Jim. The Hannasseys are trash. There's no other word for it. They're trash. They're as prolific as animals, and they live like animals. Rufus, the head of the clan, is something out of the Stone Age. They live like a pack of wild dogs up in Blanco Canyon. The eldest of the litter, Buck, you've met. They're a pest, a plague, like Sodom and Gomorrah. Be a blessing for this country if the flood would wipe them off the face of the earth.
Good morning. Oh, I overslept. And on your first morning, too.
You look... Well, I thought that I was up early until I went out walking.
Oh, no, on ladder, the people wake up the roosters. Morning, darling.
Pat, darling.
Oh, what's this? Ew, pistols and coffee. I'll have coffee, Pedro. Well, what have you two been up to? You don't know each other well enough to fight a duel.
Gift from Jim.
We're about ready for you, Major. Morning, Pat.
Morning, Steve. Where are you off to?
Little hunting expedition?
Good. Jim going with you?
No, I think perhaps Jim would rather be with you. After all, he just arrived.
Oh, of course.
I'll get a gun, Steve. Be right with you.
Yes, sir.
Well, you and I'll ride out and survey the family acres, darling.
All right.
I don't believe Mr. McKay cares much for horses.
Don't tell me they got you on Old Thunder this morning.
Well, they tried.
Mr. McKay said some other time, whatever that means.
It means some other time.
Oh, darling, everybody tries to ride Old Thunder.
I do? Why?
Why? I don't know. They just always do.
What are you hunting today, Mr. Leech?
Hannasseys?
Pat, didn't you tell the Major that there was no real trouble yesterday until you reached for that rifle?
No, I don't think it would have made any difference. You can tell him if you want to.
You don't mean that you're actually going to go out and shoot somebody because of what happened yesterday?
No, just teach him a little lesson.
Major, I don't want to be the cause of any further trouble. You'd be doing me a great favor if you'll call this off and forget the whole thing.
Forget it. But a guest can't come to my house without being attacked by drunken rowdies. It's about time something was done about it.
But there was
Jim,
not...
please. The Major's doing what he thinks is right. He knows how to handle these people.
But I was the one who was roped and knocked
Come
around.
on with us, then. We'll cut Buck Hannassey out for you. You can settle with him yourself.
There's nothing to settle. Not this way, anyway.
Now, look, Jim. What you don't realize is that the nearest law is at the county seat, 200 miles away. You can't call a policeman here. You have to be your own law.
Well, that may be so, but nothing happened yesterday to justify this kind of a war party.
Jim, you're new here and you don't know this country. You'll just have to trust my judgment.
Major, you're riding on the Hannasseys for reasons of your own. Not because of anything that happened to me.
Where's Rufus?
He ain't here. What do you want? What are you doing here?
Where is he?
He's down to 3 wheels, and he ain't gonna take it good you riding in here.
Where's Buck?
I don't know. In Raphael, maybe. Anyway, he ain't here.
See if she's lying, Steve.
Jesse, come here.
That's every one of these shacks.
You stay out of this house! I hope you're enjoying yourself, Major.
Not in there. You want that, Major?
Let him have that fun.
Mighty fine on your horse, Major Terrill. But someday somebody's gonna pull you off.
Tell Rufus the next time I'll burn the place to the ground.
Buck ain't around here, Major.
Looked all over, can't find
Come on, man.
Ramon.
Yes, Mr. McKay. Yes. No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No. No.
I'll give you some help, Ramon.
Te voy a pegar. Una.
Dos.
Tres. Why you want to ride him now if you don't ride him before?
Hey. Don't ask me why, Ramon. But, Ramon, whatever happens, this is strictly between you and me and the horse, right?
But, maybe the señorita...
Even the señorita. No one must know, all right?
All right.
Any advice?
Yes. Don't do it.
Thanks. Cast off. I'm aboard. No, no. One of them. Seems they've been bragging about it all over town.
Where are the others?
Well, there's Rafe. That's two of them. Now there's Blackie.
Don't forget Buck.
And not forget Buck.
What you gonna do with us, Major? We didn't mean no harm. We're just having a little fun.
What do you think you're doing here? You got no call to treat us like this.
Pick him up. Where's Buck? Where's Buck?
He let out early this morning. He's probably halfway to the canyon by now.
What you gonna do with it? We didn't mean no harm.
Shut up. Don't crawl to him.
There are women and children here. Take them down to the livery stable.
Let's go.
You wait till Rufus hears about this. You ain't gonna feel so damn big then.
We didn't hurt Miss Charlie or group none. Let us go.
That's enough, Steve. Let's go.
All right, Major.
Good day, Mr. Griggs.
But we're civilized now, Mr. McKay. I hope you'll stay around.
Thanks, I'm thinking about it.
There's plenty of room out here. It's a big country. Rope 'em in hog time, Henry.
Major.
Jim, about what happened this morning. I know exactly how you feel. I don't like violence one bit better than you do. What we did today had to be done. I've tried my hand at talking to the Hannasseys, and it just doesn't work.
Well,
Jim, just stand on what I tell you. Let's close the book on it. It's going to be a great evening for you and Patricia. Julie, my dear. Now the evening can begin. You know, Jim, if I were 20 years younger, this would be the girl for me. Make it 10. You've met, haven't you?
Yes, indeed.
Hello, Jim.
Julie was my welcoming committee.
The best little horse trader in this country.
Major, I just this minute walked in. You can't be starting on Big Muddy so soon.
Please listen to that girl. I've offered her a bale of money every year for that ranch, and she throws it right back in my face.
Maybe she's like you. She considers money a corrupting influence.
Well, where's Pat? Oh, don't tell me I know. She's waiting till everyone's here so she can make a grand entrance.
Well, everyone's here.
I'll see what I can do.
Julie, I promise. Not another word about big money.
Good.
Till we have a glass of champagne.
Come in. Gracias, Esperanza.
Por nada, señorita.
Oh, Jim, I love you. I've been so miserable every minute without you. What have you been doing all day?
Oh, I just sort of poked around the ranch and said howdy. Then I sort of got the feel of the country. Everybody's waiting for you downstairs.
Good, that's just what I intended.
You've already met Jim, so there's no need for an introduction. My daughter, Pat, was born and raised among you. When she made her trip east, I had no idea that there she'd meet the man of her choice. And I want you to know that I heartily approve of that choice. And so I say, welcome, Jim McKay. Welcome to Ladder, to this state, and to this house.
Thank you, Major.
Here you are, Jim. It's your party.
May I? Certainly.
You're hurting my hand, Steve.
Well, Mr. McKay, I like this country.
Well, I like it very much.
Did you ever see anything so big?
Well, yes.
Yeah, what?
A couple of oceans. I declare. Excuse me. May I have the pleasure, Major?
Certainly, Jim. Thank you, Jimmy.
Well, how do you like the Major?
I'm not marrying the Major.
Ocean.
May I have the privilege of dancing with my beautiful daughter?
I reckon you've got it right, Major.
Thank you.
I still think you're the handsomest man in this room.
You know what makes it nice? I think my little girl really means it. Happy? Happy as you should be tonight?
Almost.
Almost.
What'll I do if he decides not to settle here? I don't think I could stand being away from you.
Don't you worry about that. I'll make a Terrill out of him yet. What do you want, Hannassey?
I'm just paying back the call you and your men made on my home this morning. Sorry I wasn't there to give you the proper welcome.
Let him speak his piece.
Take it easy, boy. I've got me something to say. It's about 30 years overdue. It's a mighty fine house, Major Terrill. Gentleman's house. It was mighty fine clothes you're wearing. Well, maybe you got some of these folks fooled, but you ain't got me fooled, not by a damn sight. The Hannasseys know and admire a real gentleman when they see one, and they recognize a high-toned skunk when they smell one. Now, I'm not here complaining about 20 of your brave men who beat 3 of my boys till they couldn't stand. Maybe they had it coming. Anyways, they're full-growed and can take their lickings. And I'm not here complaining because I know that you're trying to buy the big muddy to keep my cows from water. Though it galls me sore to see the granddaughter of a genuine gentleman like Clem Marrigan under this roof. I'll tell you why I'm here, Major Terrill. When you come a-riding roughshod over my land, scaring the kids and the women folks, when you invade my home like you was the law or God Almighty, then I say to you, I've seen every kind of critter God ever made, and I ain't never seen a meaner, lower, more stinking yellow hypocrite than you. Now, you can swallow up a lot of folks and make 'em like it, but you ain't swallowing me. I'm stuck in your craw, Henry Terrill, and you can't spit me out. You hear me now? You rode into my place and beat my men for the last time, and I give you warning. You set foot in Blanco Canyon once more, and this country's gonna run red with blood till there ain't one of us left. Now, I don't hold mine so precious, so if you want to start, here. Start now. What's the matter? Can't you shoot a man facing you? I'll make it easy for you. Here's my back.
Well, you certainly said a beardful. If there's anything I admire more than a devoted friend, it's a dedicated enemy. But I must apologize for this interruption, for Mr. Hannassey's bad manners. Please don't let it spoil your evening. I promise you that this sort of thing will never happen again. Music. Well, Jim, now you see what I mean.
Let's have a glass of punch.
A savage like that, it's dog eat dog. Well, excuse me.
The old man's looking for you.
Who, on me, Pa?
Before you was born, I did. Come here. Don't you dare look at me like that, boy. I'll take your hide off. Now, who asked you to go roughing up old Terrill's son-in-law?
Well, you said to keep pushing the Terrills, that's all.
You push them when I say so, when I'm ready. They come a-helling in here shooting up the place when I'm not around.
Well, I never knowed nothing like that was happening.
You never knowed nothing ever. Where you been all night?
I paid a visit to my school teacher.
You're a liar. She was a Terrill's.
I seen her before. We was sparking and kissing.
Julie Merrigan's a lady.
Maybe, but she's sweet on me, Pa.
Could be there's a side to you that I ain't never seen. You ain't lying to me again, are you, boy?
Ain't no cause to lie. Maybe I'm smarter than you think, Pa. Don't forget, she owns big money.
I ain't forgetting that. That'd be something, boy, if you was to marry Julie Merrigan. That'd be a miracle, sure enough. Keep after her. Be nice. Stop womening around her, Raphael. Treat her right. Take a bath sometime. Maybe we got us something here that'll snuff old Terrill out for good. Treat her right, you hear me? Right, I said.
Yeah, Pa, I will.
Look, there's the mountain behind here. But it's too dangerous right along. You get lost.
You ever seen a compass?
Well, sure. Oh, what a funny watch.
A watch only tells the time. This tells me where I'm going and how to get back.
Not out here.
Even out here. Now, don't forget, Ramon. You tell Pat and the Major that I may be out overnight. I've got everything I need, and they shouldn't worry.
All right.
Didn't you warn him that he might get lost?
Sure. I told him. And I told him all the country was the same.
And how could you possibly let him go?
He's a very smart man.
But he's a stranger here.
I don't think he get lost.
Now, what makes you think he won't?
Well, speak up.
He say not to worry. He says he's coming back. And by the way, you know, he's got a funny watch.
Ramon, you're an idiot. Come on, show me the way he went.
How could Jim do a thing like that to me? He must be lost by now.
Yeah, that'd be a real sure enough shame. Now, wouldn't it? You.
If you ever touch me again.
What are you going to do, Miss Terrill? Sick your bridegroom on me?
Get out of here.
Don't worry, I'm going. I'll even get up a search party and go find your wandering boy for you. He can have you. I can see you two were just plain made for each other.
Hold it right there. Now put up your hands. Turn around. Jim McKay. What in the world are you doing here?
Just haunting an old house, ma'am.
You're too noisy for a ghost. Where's Pat? Surely you're not riding around here alone.
If you're going to tell me this is a big country, I'm going to be disappointed in you.
But it is a big country, isn't it? And you shouldn't be wandering around here by yourself. People have gotten lost out here, you know.
I had a map. You're either east or west of the river, north or south of the road. And I had a compass. So I just plotted a course and navigated my way here.
Well, welcome aboard, Skipper.
This must have been a fine old house in it today.
People used to come from 100 miles to my grandfather's parties. I come out here when I can. Stay in that old cottage down there. Why don't you come down and visit for a while?
I'll get my horse.
No luck, huh?
Not a sign of him, Major. We covered every foot of ground between here and the high range.
What do you mean a man just doesn't disappear? Have you tried? Have you really tried?
We really tried, Miss Terrill. We couldn't find him.
Well, then start out again, all of you. Maybe he was thrown. He may be hurt. Well, you don't just give up.
All right, we'll take every man we can spare. I'll take a sweep out toward the canyon. You change horses and head for the south boundary.
You don't figure he'd be fool enough to go in there?
How do I know? If he's crazy enough to ride out alone on a strange country? I don't understand this man, Steve.
All right, let's go.
No, it was fine.
More?
No, thanks. No.
I didn't realize Buck Hannassey was that rough on you.
In addition to Mr. Hannassey, I had a little trouble with a horse.
Oh, don't tell me they put you on Old Thunder.
That's the one.
That sounds like Steve Leech to me.
No, he's not to blame. It was my own idea.
He's a rough man, Steve. The whole country's betting on what will happen when he and Buck Hannassey finally fight. I suppose you think we're pretty uncivilized.
No.
People laying bets as to which of two men will kill the other?
Well, on my last voyage, we had a man fall overboard, and while they were picking him up, the crew was making bets as to which would get to him first, the lifeboat or the sharks.
What happened?
Do you really want to know?
Sure.
It was hard to tell who won. Both sides claimed the money. Shall I go on?
Go on.
The boat got the man, but the sharks got the legs. They finally decided that more of him was saved than was lost, and they settled the bets accordingly.
Now let me tell you one. There was a Comanche massacre right on this ranch in the early days. They took the survivors and buried them alive up to their necks. Shall I go on?
Go on.
In anthills. Red anthills.
Now, what was the point of your story? How'd you like to show me around? Do we ride or do we walk?
Oh, Mr. McKay, any ranch that you can see on foot just isn't worth looking at. Pony you've got there?
He's a good old fellow. Belongs to Ramon Gutierrez.
Oh, Ramon.
You know him?
Sure, he used to work for us. Put me on my first pony.
Almost put me on my last.
Well, here it is. This is what makes Maragon the best land in the state. It's a present from the King of Spain to my great-grandfather. I hope you're properly impressed.
Yes, ma'am. I certainly am. Hey, trout?
No, catfish.
Tell me about this man, Hannassey. Things he said at the party. Are they true?
Some of them are. During the dry season, the Hannasseys and sometimes even the Terrills depend on Big Muddy for water. Grandfather always gave them both access to it whenever they needed it.
Well, what would happen if you sold the place to Major Terrill?
It would mean bloodshed. Major Terrill would refuse to give water to the Hannasseys. I love this place, but sometimes I wish I could get rid of it. You see, old Rufus and the Major hate each other so that if either one of them were to get control of Big Muddy, I'm afraid to think of what would happen.
What does it take to become a rancher? I mean, suppose a fellow like myself were to settle out here. What would he need?
Well, the land first, of course. The beginning of a good cow herd, couple hundred to start with. Good bulls and about 100 miles of fence.
100 miles?
Well, sure, this is a big country. You're serious, Jim?
What else would I need?
Top hands. A good foreman to run things for you while you learn the ropes.
Uh-huh.
Jim, I can't sell Big Muddy to you.
Why not?
Why not? Well, it would be same as selling it to the Terrills.
The name is McKay, James McKay. Will you sell Big Muddy to me, Miss Marigon? I'll pay you whatever it's worth. As far as I'm concerned, the Hannasseys can take water whenever they need it. That goes for the Terrills, too. Maybe I can keep the peace if I'm living here and working the place. How about it?
Pat always did love this place.
Well, then.
And it would be a wonderful wedding present, Jim.
That's right. And you wouldn't really be losing the place. If it's ours, in a way, it's still yours.
All right. You bought yourself a ranch. You're a very persuasive man, Mr. McKay. Let's head back to the cottage and draw up a paper before I change my mind.
I don't know where else to look. We'll try it again at first light.
Hey.
Don't shoot, boys. I'll come peaceable. That's coffee. I wouldn't mind having a little. You fellas on a roundup?
Roundup? We've been looking for you since yesterday. Where you been anyway, McKay? Reckon you're the last man can answer that.
Been out shopping for a wedding present.
Yeah, well, you can make jokes about it now, but you get yourself lost out here, and I got to keep a crew of men out riding their backsides off all night.
I wasn't lost.
Yeah. You know the Major was out himself trying to trail you? Hey, Shorty, you and Waco go on back to ladder. Tell Miss Terrill we found him. Tell her we'll bring him in easy as soon as he's rested up. Douse that fire.
Hello, Pat.
Oh, Jim, we've been out of our minds with worry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been.
Oh, thank heavens you're safe.
I was all right all the time. Didn't Ramon tell you?
Well, sure, but... Oh, Jim McKay, do you mean to say that they've been out on a wild goose chase? That we've been driving ourselves crazy for nothing?
I'm sorry, Pat.
Getting lost out here can be dangerous business, Jim. It's happened to people who've lived here all their lives.
But I wasn't lost, Major.
And I say you were lost. What were you doing out there for 2 days and 2 nights? Just riding around for pleasure?
Mr. Leech, I knew exactly where I was all the time.
You're a damn liar. You were the lostest looking thing I've seen in 10 years.
If it's a fight you want, you've picked the right time for it. Haven't you?
Yeah, I'm offering you a fight. Or ain't that a nice word back east?
You're gambling, Leech. You're gambling that if we fight, you can beat me. And you're gambling that if you beat me, Miss Terrill will admire you for it.
Out here, we leave a lady's name out of an argument. But since you brought it up, let me tell you something. I think you took advantage of Miss Terrill when she was away from home. You look mighty big back there, but not out here. You're just not good enough for her, McKay. I am to prove it, right here.
You aren't going to prove anything with me, Leech. Get this through your head. I'm not playing this game on your terms, not with horses or guns or fists. Don't you want to hear where I've been? Why I went? Don't you want to hear from me?
Who cares what you did? You let him call you a liar. I've never been so humiliated in my life.
Calm down, Pat. There's no reason for you to be so...
Don't you care what people think?
No, I'm not responsible for what people think. Only for what I am.
Don't you care what I think? Do you like to have people think of you as
a coward? Why don't you say it? Are you afraid of the word? I'm not. And I'm not going to spend the rest of my life demonstrating how brave I am.
You've already demonstrated that quite fully enough.
Pat? I'll move into town first thing in the morning. I think we both need a little time to think this over.
I think that could be a very fine idea. Good night.
No, who is it?
You lost again? Huh?
Just like before. I'll be leaving here in the morning, Leech.
Oh. Yeah, that would figure, McKay. I don't know why you thought you had to come say goodbye.
Goodbye that I have in mind will take a little more room than we have in here.
Well, we got maybe 500,000 acres here on Ladder, Mr. McKay. You just go pick out any little spot that suits you. I'll be right with you.
I'd like this to be strictly between us.
Yeah, I can see how you'd feel that way. All right. Now, McKay, you're a bigger fool than I thought you were. I tell you the truth, that just didn't seem possible. Come on. All I can say, McKay, is you take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
Just about finished. If it's all right with you.
It's all right with me.
Now tell me, Leech, what did we prove? Huh?
We're getting near the river, Steve.
All right, boys. Let's go.
Why are we doing this, Steve?
Why? Major's orders, that's why.
I ain't siding with the Hannasseys, but chasing thirsty cattle away from water just don't seem right.
Look, cowboy, you'd be better off if you just do what you're told and don't ask any questions.
This your stinking idea, Leech? They pay you double for this kind of dirty work?
You just run on back home and tell your daddy he's watered his last steer in the big muddy.
Yes, sir. I'll deliver that message. And you run on back home and shine up the Major's boots.
All right, let's spread out along the river. Let's go.
Why ain't you dead? You let 'em run my cows off and you come back standing up.
What could we do, Pa? There was 20 of them. Just a few of us.
Them cows is worth more than the whole lot of you. We gotta get 'em back to water, you hear? We gotta get 'em back or they won't last 2 days in this dry spell.
We'll get 'em back, Pa.
How? When? Next year? We got to figure a way to get them Terrill men away from the big muddy right now. I ain't had any peace since Clem Merrigan died. Go get that girl. Bring her here.
Who? Julie Merrigan?
Now, you just do as you're told. If she's sweet on you like you claim, it'll be easy. If she ain't, drag her here by the hair.
Viejito.
Señorita, muy buenos días. ¿Cómo está usted? Qué linda. Glad to see you again.
Is Miss Patricia home?
Miss Patricia? I don't know. I didn't saw her today.
Something wrong, Ramon?
It's not a place to me to say it.
Not even to such an old friend?
Oh, an old friend, yes. But you know, last night was a big trouble here. And Mr. McKay go away to San Rafael or somewhere. I don't know.
Hello. Throw something off a chair and sit down. Would you like to try a cigarette?
Where'd you get those?
In the East. Don't look so shocked. I saw a woman smoking one. It's very elegant. Oh, well, I don't care about anything anyway.
All right, Patsy, what's wrong?
Nothing, and you know that I detest that nickname. You have to know everything that's going on, don't you, Julie?
Only when it happens to my friends. I didn't mean to be inquisitive.
Oh, for heaven's sake, sit down. I declare, some people you can't insult at all, and other people get in a huff over the slightest thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Gee, I'm in such a state today, I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, are you going to tell me or not?
Oh, Julie, he's not the man I remembered.
Well, he couldn't very well bring his ship with him. Well, what's going on here, Pat? What's happened between you and Jim? Ramon said he went into town.
Yes, I sent him away.
For heaven's sakes, why, Pat?
Well, because he backed down from Steve in front of everybody. Steve called him a liar right to his face, and he just stood there and took it.
Why did he call him a liar?
Jim said, what difference does it make? The important thing is that Steve said it and Jim refused to fight. It's just sort of the last straw. It's been one thing right after another. First, Buck Hannassey beats him up on the road, and he refuses to do anything about it when he gets the chance.
Oh, well.
Well, he wouldn't even get on Old Thunder when the boys saddled him up for a lark. But then just to stand there when Steve called him a liar and not do anything.
You say Jim wouldn't ride Old Thunder? That's funny. He mentioned about having trouble with a horse. Wait a minute, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I want to ask Ramon something.
I know that he didn't ride him. Everybody here knows it. The Major was standing right there. Well, you always think you know everything, Julie, but this time you're wrong. Come on, let's go find Ramon. Ramon?
Yes?
Did Mr. McKay ride Old Thunder?
No, I don't think so.
Ramon, why did Mr. McKay ask you not to tell anybody?
I don't know, maybe because he... That ain't no fair.
I'm sorry, Ramon, but we had to know.
So he did ride him?
Oh, yes. He ride him himself. Old Tender threw him down 5, 10 times. I don't know how many. And he don't give up. But Old Tender give up. And then he was walking like this, like an burro, you know. A man like him is very rare.
Thank you, Ramon.
You're welcome, señorita.
If he was going to ride the brute, why didn't he do it when it meant something?
Well, he did ride it when it meant something to him. Obviously, Mr. McKay is a man who is afraid of only one thing, and that is that people may suspect him of showing off.
But if he loved me, why would he let me think he's a coward?
If you love him, why would you think it? How many times does a man have to win you?
Well, I think it's a downright deceitful way of acting. I'm glad he's gone. And you can go, too, if all you can think to do is criticize me. I declare, the way you're sticking up for him, a person might think you were in love with him yourself. If you feel that way about him, why don't you go after him? I'm sure I don't care.
You fool. The man loves you. While you were blaming him for everything, do you know what he was doing? Buying big money for you as a wedding present. Hello, Jim.
I've been looking for you. I wanted to talk to you about the Big Muddy.
Oh, I hoped I was free of that problem for good.
Well, I bought it with the understanding that it would be a wedding present for Pat. I don't want to keep it under false pretenses.
Jim, you're making a mistake you're going to regret. I know Pat. She's generous, sensitive, a little high-strung maybe, and once you get her away from her father's influence, she's got the makings of a wonderful wife. Well, it seems to me that when a man uproots his life and travels 2,000 miles, he must be very much in love. How can you change your mind after one silly misunderstanding?
It goes much deeper than that. It's finished.
I'm sorry. I guess I've been conducting a class on something I don't know very much about.
Pat's very lucky to have you for a friend. Now, what about the Big Muddy?
Would you want me to take it back?
No, I want to keep it. Work it. Build it up. I'd like to go ahead and have the deed recorded.
All right.
Thanks, Julie. Come in. Pat? Come in. Won't you sit down? I think this is the safest chair.
Oh, thanks, but I can't stay. I just came to return these pistols. The Major felt that under the circumstances, you should have them back.
They were a gift. I want him to have them.
Jim, I can't pretend to be proud and polite any longer. They're not why I came. I didn't even think of them till I had my hat on. You said that you wanted to think things over. Have you?
Yes? I don't think it'll work out between us, Pat.
Oh, Jim, you can't mean that. I know I've been wrong. I've been silly and stupid but can't you see? Those 2 dreadful days and nights of worrying about you. I couldn't think I was out of my mind. If only you'd remembered how much you mean to me. If only you told me, explained to me.
You didn't give me much of a chance, Pat. You were all so determined to see me fight.
But it would have meant so much if I'd only known. Oh, I don't mean to reproach you. That's the last thing I want to do, but... Well, even when you wrote Old Thunder, everybody knew it. Ramon knew it, Julie knew it, but me, not a word. Why? You knew how much it meant to me, with everybody laughing at me. And don't tell me they weren't. But you wouldn't do it for me. Why not? Why not for me?
Pat, there are some things that a man has to prove to himself alone, not to anyone else.
Not even to the woman he loves?
Least of all to her, if she loves him. Do you understand that, Pat?
No. No, I'll never understand that, so don't try to explain it to me. And then you say it won't work, just like that.
No, Pat. Not just like that.
Jim, I love you. You know I love you. It'll never happen again. I promise. Oh, I need you. I need you so terribly. Oh, darling. Oh, I promise. I promise. Oh, darling. It's all been such a misunderstanding. It'll never happen again. I mustn't think mixed up things anymore. Oh, there's so much to do. I haven't even told the Major the good news. Oh, wait till he hears about my wedding present. Oh, he'll be so proud of you. Oh, you have such plans for the big muddy. The Major thinks on a grand scale, I can promise you that. He even wants to put in new corrals and...
Pat. I didn't buy the big muddy to make the Major proud of me. I had plans of my own. Furthermore, I promised Julie that the neighbors could have all the water they need.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not going to go on living in the middle of a civil war.
Did I understand you to mean all the neighbors?
That's right. That includes the Hannasseys.
The Hennessys. You can stand there and say that to me? You heard that filthy man insult my father with his lies. They were all lies. You know they were lies. Oh, you're just like all the rest of them. You hate the Major. Oh, I don't know why I came here. I don't have to crawl to you or any man. You'll never see the day when you're half the man that Henry Terrill is. Never.
Let's go, teacher.
What do you want, Mr. Hannassey?
Well, I've wanted a lot of things in my life, most of which I never got. Sit down. Mandy, bring the ladies some supper.
Me too, Pa.
You do your own yelling, boy.
People will be coming after me. I hope they bring a rope.
They'll be coming after you, all right. I've seen to that. When Henry Terrill comes a-busting in here this time, that's gonna be the prettiest sight my age and eyeballs ever beheld. He's gonna be the most surprised dead man you ever saw.
So that's why you've done this.
Well, it's a sorry Sunday when the granddaughter of Clem Morrigan forces me to go again the gentle teachings that I was brung up with. But you let Henry Terrill run my cows off of the Big Muddy, and 24 of them died of thirst before I could take a breath.
I let Henry Terrill. I've stood by every promise my grandfather ever made.
She's pretty when she's like that, ain't she, Pa?
Now, listen, young lady. I aim to get my cows back to water. I'm a law-abiding man. That is, if there's any law to abide by. Now, I aim to do this thing nice and legal. Take off your hat. Now, how would you like to marry my boy Buck there? Huh? He's a fine, upstanding young fella. And then we could have the Big Muddy all in the family, huh?
You must be out of your mind.
Well, he's got some rough edges, I know, but from what he tells me, maybe you wouldn't mind to smooth him off a little bit, huh?
Well, don't act like you're doing me no favor. Maybe I could learn you a little, teacher.
Sweet on you, huh? Well, if you ain't the mother and father of all liars. Now, Miss Maragon, if this son of mine is so offensive to your delicate sensibilities, there's more than one way to tree a coon. Now, if you want to get yourself out of here, and if you want to stop a slaughter, now, you just sign this. It's a bill of sale of the Big Muddy at a fair price.
Now take me home.
What's going on here? For 6 years I've been trying to get you to... And now you just sign it like that. Are you tying knots in my tail? Well, speak up!
Big Muddy isn't mine to sell, Mr. Hannassey.
Now, girl, you're trying the edge of my patience.
I mean it. I don't own the Big Muddy. That paper's worthless. So you might as well take me home.
You gone and sold it to Terrill.
I wouldn't sell it to the Terrills any more than I'd sell it to you. I did the one thing I could to try and bring peace and sanity here. I sold it to a man nobody can ride roughshod over. I sold it to Jim McKay.
The dude. The Terrill son-in-law, Pa, same difference. No wonder they had the guts to drive our cows off.
I sold it to him with the promise that he'd give me...
Please, you say! Trying to make a fool of me, girl?
He's not marrying a Terrill. He's not marrying anybody.
Now, there's your dinner, if you want it. If not, the bed is in there.
Well, let me take you to him, talk to him. He'll tell you himself.
You don't get out of here that easy.
I still don't know how much truth you just told me. But don't you never look down your nose at me or mine again. If my conscience was bothering me, it ain't no more. What happens here tomorrow is on your head, not mine.
It's no use. A coyote couldn't slip through that canyon. There ain't no Hannassey sleeping tonight.
I was saving this for Terrill's neck. But in a manner of speaking, it'll serve the same purpose. Does everybody know the signals?
Yeah.
You bet.
Right.
Do I make you sick? Do I?
Get out! Crawl! You act like a dog, crawl like one. Crawl, I said! Crawl!
You press me for the last time, hear me? For the last time? I mean it! Don't you press me no more! Someday I'll have to kill you.
Well, thanks very much. I'll be back in a day or two.
Thank you. Now, don't get lost.
Mr. McKay!
Oh, Ramon. What brings you to town?
Oh, it's a big trouble. Very bad. The major...
took you so long, Steve? See anything?
Plenty.
Major, they're ready and waiting for us. There must be a rifle behind every rock in that canyon.
We can handle anything they've got. We're going in.
Major.
When I think of that poor, defenseless girl in their filthy hands. Steve, we'll earn the gratitude of every decent person in this country if we put an end to them, once and for all. Where are those other men you sent for? Should have been here an hour ago.
We're going to need every one of them.
Well, I won't wait much longer.
Somebody coming, Major.
Well, look who we have here. The new owner of the Big Muddy. You certainly cover a lot of territory, McKay. Where do you think you're going?
I'm going into Blanco Canyon.
That's a fine place for a man who goes out of his way to avoid a fight. What business do you have in Blanco Canyon?
Miss Maragana's being held in there. I have reason to think I can bring her out without any violence.
You're not going in there, McKay.
That's for me to decide.
I'm telling you for the last time, you're staying here.
I'm going in. If you want to stop me, you'll have to use that. But if you shoot me down, let's have it clear in front of all these men. You're not here to get Julie Maragon out. You're just using this for an excuse to start your own private war.
Major. Major. You can do it. Let him go. He won't get in there far enough to open his mouth. If he wants to get himself killed, let the Hannassys do it. It's the dude. Stay here. Right.
How do you like Blanco Canyon?
Huh?
Hell of a place for a sailor.
want to see him dead right in front of your eyes? And you tell him you come here because you wanted to and you ain't leaving, see? You let on anything else, I'll kill him.
Hello, Mr. Hannassey. I'm Jim McKay.
I know who you are. This is a different kind of party we're having here today. Not as elegant as the major shindig, but it's going to be a lot more lively. Now, may I ask what brings you here? Uninvited?
I've come to take Miss Marigon home.
Mister, you got more gall than brains. You just rode by a passel of guns. And you got a couple on you right now. Now, just what is your notion of why Miss Marigon is here?
We both know why Miss Marigon is here, Mr. Hannassey.
My cows are watering on the Big Muddy again. And pretty soon, I'm going to have Henry Terrill where I want him, if that's what you mean.
And you've got no more reason to hold her here. I own the Big Muddy now, and I give you my word you can have all the water you want.
Have you got any proof for that, boy?
Right here.
Just hold your seat. Buck? Buck will do the looking.
Well, what do we got here?
The deed's in my coat.
Ain't them real pretty? Look, Pa, toy pistols.
Gentlemen's weapons. Yeah, you come loaded for bear, didn't you, boy? Just what did you expect to do with these? Buck, look at his coat.
It's been recorded.
If this ain't a frosty Friday. Been trying to get my hands on this deed since Clem Marigan died.
Now, what about my promise? All the water you want. Just as long as you want.
You've got the looks of a man that means what he says. But this ain't just a matter of water. The Hennesseys will have no peace till the bones of Henry Terrill is bleaching in Blanco Canyon. Now, he started this blood spilling, and I aim to finish it. His way.
You had me fooled for quite a while, Mr. Hannassey, with your self-righteous talk. What's the difference between his way and your way? How many of those men out there know what this fight is really about? This isn't their war. This is nothing but a personal feud between two selfish, ruthless, vicious old men. Henry Terrill and you.
You gonna stand there and take that? I've had enough
You're
of your...
mistaken, Mr. McKay. I came to visit for a few days. There's no need for anyone to worry. I suppose I should have left word with somebody. I don't care what you think. I didn't ask you to bother about me.
Julie, you've got to come with me. If you don't show yourself at the entrance to the canyon, a lot of men are going to be killed.
I can't help that. There's nothing I can do about it. This trouble's not about me, so why didn't you just go away?
What is it that you're afraid of?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm not afraid. I come here all the time. Everybody knows that.
Don't you know? Me and Julie's old friends. Now, why don't you just get going while you still can?
Now, wait a minute.
I'm not leaving here without her.
You're trying to protect him. Why? Guess there's no need to answer that. You come a-brazing in here unarmed, taking a mighty tall chance, trying to stop a fight that ain't your fight. Now, why? Well, Buck, are you blind?
You should never have come here. Please go and leave me alone. Well, don't you stand there. Go! Oh, please go, Jim, please!
Buck! Don't shoot an unarmed man, not while I'm around.
I'll give him a gun, Pa! Give the dude a gun and let him stand up and draw like a man.
I'll fight him any way he likes.
You heard him, Pa! Give him a gun!
Come on up here, both of you. What do you carry these along with you? You dead shot with them?
I haven't fired those or any other pistols for 10 years.
All right, give him one of his own, Pa. Quit this talking.
Shut up! I'll handle this. You're a great one for hitting women and beating slow 'em into the draw.
Mr. Hannassey.
Now you stay out of this. Oh, yeah, you love a fight your style. But I wonder if you've got the stomach for a gentleman's style. What about you? Talks cheap?
You crazy, Pa? Me use one of them single-shot toys?
I've stood up with nothing but one shot between me and damnation. Now, how would you like to start fighting fair and square for a change, looking down the barrel of a gun where your fast draw won't do you any good, huh?
Well, why should I?
Because I say so. Now give me that gun belt. And for the first time in your life, try to be the man that I'd like you to be. Give it to me. Take care of that. Hey, you up there. Let me know if there's anything stirring. These guns loaded?
Oh, but the caps haven't been fired for a long time. The vents will have to be cleared out. I'll do it for you if you like.
Teach your grandmother to suck eggs. I've been handling guns like this, flintlock and caplock, since before you were born. Follow me, gentlemen.
Come on, Steve.
Major, we haven't heard a single shot out of that. Do you suppose McKay could have gotten through?
Well, that's no concern of ours. What's the matter with you? Come on.
This is bound to cost us half our men. Anyway, what if it's not necessary?
Well, what did you expect? A taffy pull? If it was anybody but you, I'd think you were scared.
Suppose he's riding out of there with her right now, and we start a lot of shooting. I'd walk into hell after you, Major. You know that. Not much you could ask. I wouldn't try to do it. Just don't hold with you in this. I just can't do it, Major. I can't.
Why, damn you are yellow.
You call me whatever you want, but I'm not beating up any more men for you. I'm not running off any more cattle or shooting any more Hannasseys for you. You ride on in there if you want to. I'm finished.
You're finished, all right. I don't need you on this trip. All right, men, mount up. I said mount up. I see. I'm all alone in this. All right. I've been alone before.
Major. Major.
Clear the line of fire. I forgot all the fancy rigmarole that goes with this, so I'll just say ready, aim, fire. And cock your hammers on ready. There's one thing I do remember. If either man tries to beat the signal, it's my duty to shoot him down like a dog, and I'll do it. So help me. This thing's gonna be done right and proper. Understand? Yeah.
Your choice.
Now, back to back. And keep your fingers off of the trigger. Clear the way there.
I can feel you sweating right through my shirt.
Now, I'll count to 10. Now, you turn on ready. Fire when I tell you.
Walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready!
I warned you, you dirty load.
All right. Now it's my shot.
Go ahead. Fire! Go on, shoot! I told you. I told you I'd do it. I told you, but you wouldn't believe me. Damn your soul! I told you! Let them pass. Get my horse. Henry Terrill and me. You were right. Come on, keep moving.
Hold your fire! Hold your fire! Hold your fire! Keep them covered, but hold your fire! Henry Terrill! Come on out! Henry Terrill! Do you hear me?
I hear you.
This is you and me. I'm a coming down.
Here I come, Hannassey.